What does gratitude mean when the ones you love forget you're starving for more than just food? The hospital was a symphony of chaos that Thanksgiving. Beeps from monitors, hurried footsteps, and the low hum of ventilators filled the air. I, Sarah, a 28-year-old nurse, was halfway through my second 12-hour shift. My feet ached in my worn sneakers, and my stomach growled, ignored since the rushed coffee at dawn. The ER was relentless flu cases, a car accident victim, a child with a fever that broke my heart. Yet, amidst the storm, I found purpose. Each patient I comforted, each chart I updated, was a small act of giving. I clung to that, imagining the warmth waiting at home, my boyfriend, Jake, and the promise of our quiet Thanksgiving dinner. Jake and I had been together for 3 years, sharing a cozy apartment that smelled of cedar and dreams. We'd planned a simple holiday, just us, a roasted chicken, and his famous mashed potatoes. "You rest when you get home," he'd said, kissing my forehead before my shift. "I've got this." His words were a lifeline as I pushed through the hospital's fluorescent haze, counting the hours until I could collapse into his arms. But the day stretched on, merciless. A code blue in the ICU stole my break. A young man's hand trembled in mine as I explained his surgery. By 8 p.m., I was running on fumes, my phone silent except for a single text from Jake. "Friends might swing by." "Cool." I frowned, too drained to argue, and typed back, "Sure. Save me some food." I pictured a plate waiting, maybe a candle lit, Jake's warm smile. That image kept me going. When my shift finally ended at 11 p.m., I dragged myself to the car, the November chill biting through my thin jacket. My stomach was a hollow ache, my heart heavy with exhaustion but buoyant with hope. Home was only 20 minutes away, and I could almost taste the meal, the comfort, the love. The apartment door creaked open to a scene that stopped me cold. Laughter spilled from the living room, loud and careless. Beer cans littered the coffee table, and the air reeked of pizza and smoke. Jake's friends, 6 of them, sprawled across our couch, plates piled with wings and chips. The TV blared a football game. Jake, red-faced and grinning, held court, a beer in hand. No chicken, no mashed potatoes, no sign of the Thanksgiving we'd planned. "Sarah," he called, barely glancing up. "You're back. Grab a drink." His friends waved, oblivious to my stunned silence. I stood frozen, my scrubs clinging to my sweat-damp skin, my bag slipping from my shoulder. The kitchen counter was a mess, empty takeout boxes, crumpled napkins. Not a single plate had been saved for me. "Jake," I said, my voice a cracked whisper. "Where's our dinner?" He blinked, as if just remembering. "Oh, babe, we got carried away. The guys were hungry, so we ordered pizza. There's some left in the fridge, I think." I opened the fridge. A single slice of pepperoni stared back, cold and congealed. My throat tightened, not just from hunger, but from a deeper, sharper pang. I'd spent my day saving lives, pouring every ounce of myself into others, while Jake, me partner, my home hadn't thought to save me a crumb. I turned to him, the laughter around us fading to a dull roar in my ears. "I worked double shifts, Jake. I haven't eaten since 6 a.m. You knew I'd be starving." He shrugged, sheepish but not sorry. "It's just one night, Sarah. Relax. Join us." Something snapped. Not loud, not dramatic, but a quiet fracture deep inside. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just walked to our bedroom, grabbed a granola bar from my stash, and sat on the edge of the bed. The noise from the living room felt like another world, one I no longer belonged to. The next morning, Jake was hungover, apologetic. "I messed up," he said, reaching for me. I stepped back, my heart heavy but clear. "It's not about the food," I said. "It's about being seen." I thought of my patients, how I'd held their hands, listened to their fears. I deserved someone who'd do the same for me. Over the next weeks, I rebuilt. I leaned on my coworkers, who shared their own stories of sacrifice and strength. I started therapy, learning to value my own needs. I moved out, found a small studio, and made my own Thanksgiving the next year a feast of self-respect, with friends who saw me. Jake texted sometimes, promising change. But I'd learned my worth in that starving moment. Gratitude, I realized, isn't just about giving, it's about receiving, too. And I was done giving to someone who left me empty.